Shalom, friends. I just saw Gladiator II the other day, and I've had several realizations. Just because you can make a sequel does not mean that you should. And just how much more I hate the Romans after having studied Talmud for 5 years. And I already hated them a lot. And on that theme, today's daf was like, girl, hold my Colosseum. Welcome to Daf Reactions, Sanhedrin 14. So the Roman Empire occupying Judea was being a dick. I know that's just insanely out of character for them. This was after they had destroyed the temple in Jerusalem, after they had enslaved the Judeans, and after they had used those slaves to build the above-mentioned Colosseum. Rome, go fuck yourself. So far in Tractate Sanhedrin, we have been focusing on learning how many judges you need for certain things, like figuring out the Jewish calendar, ruling on interpersonal legal issues, and bigger criminal cases. For some things, you might need 3 judges. But for others, maybe you need the full Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court of 71 judges. The number may vary, but you do need them. So Rome had itself a little light bulb moment. If we forbid those recalcitrant, rebellious Jews from ordaining new rabbis, ordaining new judges, well, then they can't do shit. Oopsie whoops. Anyone who did the ordination, anyone who got ordained, any city in which the ordination took place. Now, did that stop Jews from ordaining new rabbis and new judges? Haha, no. It's the above-mentioned rebelliousness. Rav indicates that we have to thank Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava for the Jewish people's ability to continue judging. I mean, look, yeah, we were gonna judge silently to ourselves, but you know what I mean. Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava went to a spot in the middle of nowhere, not close to any city. He didn't want to get anybody in trouble, but he was going to do what he needed to do. That's where he ordained Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, and Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Elazar ben Shemua. Alas, the Romans had been operating a remote drone, and they saw everything. They were about to catch everybody for what I'm sure would be, creatively inventive, horrific deaths. Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava was older, and he was not able to run. He knew that. He said to these newly minted sages, "Now would be the time to run. Go, save yourselves." And they said, "Our teacher, we can't leave you here." And he was like, "No, you really have to run, because if you stay here, you will die too." This was very much, Gandalf and the Balrog. Fly, you fools. Energy. The story goes that the Roman soldiers did not move from that spot until Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava was punctured by 300 iron javelins, until he looked like a thief, which is the Talmud's description, or until he looked like what happens to Pedro Pascal's character in Gladiator II, which is my description. Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava is considered one of the 10 martyrs in Judaism. 10 rabbis, including the famous Rabbi Akiva, who were brutally murdered by the Romans after the destruction of the Second Temple. In these videos, I often give many critiques of the sages and their assorted decisions, and that is fair. And at the same time, it's also fair to be reminded of the historical, geographic, political, and personal realities in which these human beings existed. These are some of the people who found a way forward. When we were faced with the fucking Roman Empire, the Jewish people did not go quietly. We are recalcitrant. We are rebellious. And we are still here. And that means we're also available for consultation when Ridley Scott realizes he needs way better ideas for Gladiator III. I think Pedro would make a really great Reish Lakish.